Loneliness is a distressing feeling that comes up for you when you feel your relationships do not meet your current social needs. So you might have many people around you, but still feel like those relationships are not meaningful to you. We now know that those meaningful social connections are actually really critical to our health and well-being. Loneliness itself impairs our ability to regulate our healthy behaviors, including things like having a proper diet, poor physical health activity. When we feel lonely and we do not have those meaningful social connections, we're actually less incentivized to take care of ourselves.
Social prescribing, it's essentially bridging that divide between clinical services and the community. So one of our link workers who'll do a warm welcome to the person, and the focus of that is just to actually work out who they are as a person, what their goals might be, and actually making sure that the person is safe so that we can kind of move forward together on a journey with them.
So of course you can go to the GP, they reach for the prescription pad, but it usually is for medical or medication reason. We've actually been actively engaging with GPs, and that is to get them to reach for the social prescribing pad, which means prescribe a social interaction for them or a social connection.
They just want to find a space or environment that they feel comfortable to share their time with others, how to interact with other people. Local connection, I find, is a good chance for people to come and be with other people.
I went through a scenario last year where I was having a lot of health issues. In fact, I had 15 visits to hospital last year, which was impacting my mental health as well as my physical health. I was lonely, and I felt it a little bit difficult to get back into a circle of friends. I started to get on the slide and started to slip down the path of despair and anxiety and depression.
Growing up, I was always on the more sort of socially outcast side. I really trust people that I know well, but anyone beyond that, my assumption is that people are gonna dismiss or ridicule whatever they see. I get really lonely and feel very isolated.
I was going through really bad anxiety, depression, pretty much just locked in my room, scared to come out, afraid to talk to anyone. I never made contact with anybody. I felt like nobody would understand.
If we think about local connections, it really means participating in the community. One of our participants, Errol, has had a huge journey with us. We started very gently with Errol. We basically worked with him one-on-one for quite some time, and slowly described to him the variety of groups that we have. But as he gained confidence and started to feel better, he actually expressed great desire to start connecting with people because it's actually in his character to be community-oriented. So then we decided that that's the moment that we can start connecting him to programs like Open House, where he can start volunteering, which he does to this day.
I thoroughly enjoy the neighbourhood house, what I'm doing at the neighbourhood house. That, without a doubt, would be the jewel in my crown, because it gives me so much. Being part of the community has given me a lot more than what I actually thought it would, and the local connections has been a really, really big part of that.
He's now very active in the community and very much a contributing member. So it's a huge arc that he travelled.
When I first met Katerina, my impressions of her was someone who had so much to offer, but at the same time needing an extra hand. So when she first started talking about her art in our first few meetings, I could see her face light up.
The more and more things that I had that I made, the more I wanted to try and put that out there. Putting it out to kind of complete strangers was really intimidating. Oddly, I actually found that I would be more comfortable doing it in person, doing it physically at like a craft market or something. Govinda sent me a message saying that there was a small market happening at the Mill Park Library.
To actually witness that market day was amazing because she was really in her element and she was sharing her stories and she received so much positive feedback from the community. So it was really the best possible outcome.
Angela was quiet and hesitate when she first arrived. At her link workers, I developed a plan and invite her to join the Brimbank local. And then I also invite her to join all of the local connection activity.
Some of the groups that we did were the Global Kitchen. We went and we did some cooking. Group of people got to cook together and eat together, and that was quite fun.
She's quite active with any activities that we provide. Like, always want to share her idea.
It makes you feel that you're not alone, that they understand what you're going through. Everybody's struggling at something, but it's just different struggle.
I'm quite happy to see her steady progress. Also, a big smiling all the time. The best thing I can tell, she's happy.
When people even consider engaging with the mental health and wellbeing local, we recognize change is not necessarily going to be easy, but they're not going to have to do it alone. We are there to support them. We try and hold a mirror to them and say, you are courageous, you are capable, and let's go.
Essentially, there's a lot of people that have complex care needs that weren't getting the support that they needed. And I think that that's what the Local Connections program is so special, because it actually provides a space for people to get the support, care, and I guess connections that they need to aid them in their recovery.
Never in a million years that I would dream of be sitting here talking to you about mental health and what I'm going through.
Having someone's support made me realise that there is more that I can do and that there is more support out there.
She has developed faith in herself. It's just amazing. And that's what I really hope that continues forward for her.
I have had several people in my social circle comment, like, directly and explicitly to me, you seem to be in a good place at the moment.
It's giving me more hope.
The local connection programs, it's given me a reason to get out of bed in the morning and go and do things and grow even stronger and stronger. I think I've got a lot to offer. I just need to find what that is and then go and do it and help. I'm not finished yet. The journey's still going. I've still got a long way to go. But I can be alone and not be lonely anymore, and that's a real positive thing.